Good July 3rd, everyone. It is the eve of July 4th, Independence Day, coming at you as a speed train would. And in the big news today is that the Democratic unity appears to be falling apart, especially inside the White House where the power struggle looms. Backers of Kamala Harris want her there for one reason and one reason only. None of those people in that White House that have been assigned positions that they had no business being put in want to lose their positions.
I'm confused.
So they're going to go along with whatever saves them or what appears that will save them. So that said, the New York Times comes out today with the scathing story about how bad things are with Joe Biden and how dare they do that because the White House is really reeling from this. And they've already sent a chastising letter to the New York Times over letting them publish this without their approval.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
And we all know that when everything wanted to be reported from the Hunter laptop on, they were told by the White House what they could print, what they could report, and what they could write. Well, somebody grew a pair over there and let this thing and the cat out of the bag in the New York Times. And the White House and the Democratic Party are not happy at all about it. Whether or not they're going to ask him to step down is all the rage right now. Will this happen? Will it not happen? Who's going to be stepping in? And Kamala is right there first in line and decided that she can do the job. And that's debatable. But she'll get the backing of everybody in the White House and, of course, the left-wing nutcases that are running around thinking that it has to be her. It has to be her at all costs. Don't stop to think about the damage or the continued damage that will be done under the leadership of Kamala Harris.
Just plain mean.
We all know what a great job she did when she was put in the charge of the border and let Alejandro run roughshod over keeping the border wide open. Her visits there were little to begin with, and she didn't want to be there, and she didn't want to be in charge of that, and now she wants to be president. Well, yesterday was a fun day. Kaiser and I went for a lake visit yesterday. And after this publication, or maybe right here at the end of this, I'll put up a little footage of that, and we'll marry that into today's. We'll not be here tomorrow. We'll be like everyone else, enjoying the 4th of July holiday and probably cooking out and having some family over for a burger or whatever. But that brings us to our sponsor here. And our sponsor here is Lazy J Farms, and they're located in Kingsport, Tennessee. And if you want to get to them today by telephone, it would be a good thing to do and get out and pick up your goods for the barbecue tomorrow. Everything from pork ribs, baby back ribs, and on up to the best beef you've ever put in your mouth, including chickens, eggs, and the cheese. The American cheese that they have is to die for. So if you're in the market for getting some steaks for tomorrow, this is the place to go, and you can call them at 423-398-5595. Once again, that is area code 423-398-5595. You'll see their commercial at the end of this broadcast today. So pay attention because they will cut meat for you if you call in time for them to do this, which is usually before 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning if it's not a holiday. And they will cut any size steak you want. I like my steaks at 1.5 inches to 1 3/4 inches. Lots of you don't. But any size you want, he will cut them. And his porterhouse steaks are the best steaks ever. And remember, when you go over there to pick up your meat or you call in an order, tell them Kaiser sent you, that you've heard about them here at the Kaiser Report. So Joe shows up yesterday for a small campaign speech in Virginia. And not to make excuses, he told everyone there that he had a bad performance at the debate because he had to travel to Europe back-to-back 2 times, and he was just too tired. This man forgets that we know that he took 7 days at Camp David to rest up and be schooled by 16 people. This is not a cheap fake here. So what the hell is he talking about? He can't stay up that long?
What a maroon.
This is the President of the United States that has to be on call 24 hours a day. Suppose something happens when he's too tired to deal with it. There's laws in the Constitution that prevent this from happening, but we're just looking past it, like we look past the border situation and like we look past all of the lies that came from him, his administration, his family, and so on and so on. And now he just can't travel as much anymore because he gets too tired. And that's the reason he came up with for looking like he was half dead at the debate. It was a debate of Trump versus the mummy. The gaping open mouth and non-answering of questions. Even when he talks to the press. He came out the other day with his big announcement about democracy. Somebody needs to tell him that this is a republic. The battle hymn is the battle hymn of the republic, not of democracy. And if anybody has tarnished democracy here and across the world, it's Joe Biden and his bad decisions and his inability to do the job as president of the United States.
Yeah.
We, the people right now, are stuck between 2 people that really isn't much of a choice. And RFK Jr., he's just not making the grade to get up and be seen and be heard. Poor vice presidential pick, in my mind. And if Trump pulls the same nonsense with his presidential pick as he did the last time with Pence, then that's not good either. He has a great candidate, I believe, for vice presidency, and he's ignoring it. And he keeps looking at these governors that, so what? No one knows this guy from, where is he, Idaho or someplace like that. It's too bad, and therein lies a mistake that can be made that will be a costly mistake for not only Donald Trump, but for the country. And who he's going to run against if Joe does decide to pull the pin and drop out, which I think is highly doubtful, based on the fact that Jill seems to be doing the president stuff. And his trusted top advisor is Hunter Biden. And these are words that came out of Joe's mouth. Smartest man he knows. That ought to scare the heck out of anyone.
And that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Based on what we've seen and what we've heard through these investigations that are underway with this laptop and all this other junk that we have to listen to. And now the New York Times is being called fake news by the White House. What a worm turn that is. Can you believe that the White House is calling their main proponent through the entire past election and presidency for the last 3 and so odd years is now being called fake news by the White House that they have gone over backwards to protect? It's almost comical if you think about it. But this is the world we live in today. It's look over here and pay no attention what's going on behind my back, because it doesn't mean anything to you. We'll tell you what's important. And there's your legacy media. 2 days ago, they were all whipped up about getting rid of Joe. And now, sliding into the 4th of July holiday and the day after, they'll be telling you that everything is fine. Don't look over here. Don't listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about. Joe's a dynamo. He's never been sharper. He is on the ball. It's crazy. But there you have it. But getting back to the 4th of July holiday, if you have children and you're looking for something to sit around the living room and read, or around the fire tomorrow night while you're waiting for fireworks, get out a copy of the Constitution and read it to them. Because the school systems are not doing that. And they need to be brought up to date on what the truth is. Not what you see running around outside universities with foreign flags, defending a position that they know nothing about. And they think so little of our country because they don't understand what this Constitution was written to mean. It's not been explained to them in school anymore. It's not been explained to them on how the government really works. It's all explained to them on social media through backdoor information that is not good to be having your children ingest. But they do, and they ingest it on a daily basis. There's a movement in this country to go back to the flip phones and get rid of the social media on these telephones for these kids, because it's a dangerous situation. You certainly wouldn't hire a babysitter that will tell your children all about murder, about pride dancing in the street with nude men shaking their business all over in front of your children. You wouldn't pay a babysitter to do that, but you'll pay for a monthly fee for them to see all of this on their cell phones, laptops, iPads. And now we have AI that makes things worse because they can pretend to be anyone they want with this stuff being used. And I know some of the students that are out there in the more higher classes are looking forward to having AI write all their reports for them. How well will that information be received by the teachers once they find out that it's been plagiarized from somebody else's report, or contain totally misinformation? Will have to be figured out. This country needs to come back to basics. We need to come back to God, and we need to come back to the laws the way they were written, and have the laws of this country enforced one more time. And we're all upset about the numbers of the illegal aliens that are coming in to take jobs and to vote for a certain party, or we don't know why most of them are in here, but we do have a worry that some of them are in here with bad intent and looking to be part of a destruction process from within. Don't forget that. So with that, we're going to say I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July celebration tomorrow. Have your cookouts, have your family, see some great fireworks here and there. And if you own dogs, please be mindful how badly these fireworks upset a dog, and probably some cats too. So be mindful of that if you're going to throw out fireworks in your neighborhood and you have neighbors with dogs, such as Kaiser. Kaiser's not bothered by thunder, but he hates the sound of a gun or fireworks. And I don't blame him. But I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to give you a little view of Kaiser's lake visit. I'll attach it to this video so we don't have to run two. And we'll be back here with you on Friday, with a Kaiser report, a full Kaiser report on how the holiday went and who did what, and hopefully it'll be all good news. So we love you here at the Kaiser Report. We pray for you every day, and please pray for us, and please subscribe to this channel. We need your subscriptions to stay with you. So God bless, and stay tuned here for a minute more, and we'll add the Kaiser Lake visit for you. Bye-bye now. Here's Kaiser at Cherokee Lake in Rogersville, Tennessee. Taking a visit along the shoreline to see what he can come up with and what's going to scare him next. This is a beautiful lake, and the fish were jumping, and it was nice and warm with a nice breeze to be sitting out there on that swing, while Kaiser just moved around looking for a place that he found interesting. So I'll let you go here and watch the rest. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Branch. Their blonde Aquitaine herd offers a leaner, healthier, and more tasteful beef. And the butcher shop is local, farm to table, and 100% authentic. This is the way your grandfather shot for me, with steaks cut to order, quality assured, and ready to ship to your door. Open Thursday through Saturday on Bloomingdale Road in Kingsport. Come see us.